Welcome to Pack Talk Podcast, episode 112, where we are continuing our dog breed origin discussion. And today, me and Chris are here. Erin, MIA. Well, not MIA, but
she's not missing.
She's not missing.
Yeah.
She's on a confirmed vacation.
Right. much deserved.
Deserved?
Yeah, we'll give it to her.
All right. Anyway, so it's me and Chris covering down today. Today we're going through the Terrier group, and the first one we got is the Airedale Terrier.
Let's get it. In the mid-1800s, working men of the Aire Valley, about 100 miles south of the Scottish border, created the dog today known as the King of Terriers. The King of Terriers. The Airedale, by combining the now extinct Old English Black and Tan Terrier with the Otter Hound. The result was a large terrier-like dog with great hunting ability, originally called the Waterside or Bingley Terrier. Airedales were introduced to the U.S. in the 1880s. Been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Their popularity steadily increased as their ability to multitask farm chores, security duty, hunting, herding, and being a family member brought them national popularity. In the early 20th century, when still a relatively new breed, the Airedale showed its intelligence and courage as a guard dog, carrier for the Red Cross, and messenger in World War I throughout Europe. In the western United States, Airedales were imported as successful hunters of bear and mountain lion. The Airedale's origin as an intelligent, versatile hunter has shaped him into the all-purpose dog of today. The Airedale inherited attitude, courage, and fire from the Old English Terrier and his coarse, water-repellent coat and keen nose from the Otter Hound. His tail is carried high, giving him strong rear quarters for long-distance hunting, jogging, agility, and obedience competition. His shoulders should be well laid back, allowing him the strength to retrieve game and land safely from a jump. This dog gets after it.
Oh, yeah.
Airedales are bred to work and must have a job. People with an active lifestyle or interest in obedience, agility, therapy, walking, running, and or hunting, just to name a few, make ideal Airedale Terrier owners. A lonely, bored Airedale can get into trouble with excessive digging and chewing. Airedales are deceptively strong, requiring exercise for optimal health and mental well-being. Grooming an Airedale can be time-consuming and expensive. Like most terriers, Airedales have a broken coat, which is best groomed by hand stripping. Even though most pets are clipped, clipping damages the desired coarse texture of the coat. Brushing and combing several times a week will keep your Airedale neat and clean between grooming sessions. So, a lot of work on the grooming.
The thing about the wire hair that the Airedale has is it's a protection for when it's hunting and working, farm chores, those kind of things. But bred to hunt bear, bred to hunt, what was it, mountain lion?
Mountain lion? Bruh.
I mean, that's intense.
Big game, baby.
And they're definitely very agile. They're definitely very powerful dogs. And they're a pretty good size, too.
Yeah.
You know?
They are deceptively strong.
Yeah.
You know? You don't think. But they'll drag you.
Well, that wire hair, deceives you.
Yeah.
Makes
can't
you think.
See the
right. You can't see the muscle underneath it. But we work with a bunch of Airedales, and the ones we've worked with are all great dogs. Yeah. Good family pets. Nothing too far as like dominance or aggression goes towards humans or anything, as far as I remember. But good dogs overall, powerful, strong. They need to do things. They need to work. So it's not like you're just going to have this dog laying around.
Yeah.
You got a dog that was bred to hunt bear and mountain lions. So you got to do some stuff with the dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Fulfill those needs.
Work them. Which, we got a client, elderly lady. She's got an Airedale. I think she lives in an apartment. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So ideally, elderly in an apartment,
yeah,
not a suitable match. But you know what? She freaking walks this dog.
Oh, yeah.
Every day, multiple times a day, gets after it, gives him what he needs. They're good to go.
Well, the reason why she got training is because that dog was punching out the front windows, jumping out, boom, busting the windows open, chasing dogs down the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Typical terrier.
So, we got her on the path. Now she's good to go.
She's good to go.
Gets her walks in, no factor.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got the American Staffordshire Terrier.
Oh, yeah.
The forerunner of the American Staffordshire Terrier was created in England as a canine gladiator. The breed's origin can be traced to the early 19th century when dog men mixed the bulldog, then used for bull and bear baiting, with various terriers, including the now extinct White English Terrier, and the Old English Black and Tan Terrier. Fox Terriers may also have been introduced into the mix to boost the level of feistiness. So, the root stock of the American Staffordshire Terrier is the canine gladiators, also dogs that were used for bull and bear baiting. When bull and bear baiting became illegal in 1835, dogfighting increased in popularity. This new sport called for a smaller dog that combined the courage and fighting ability of the bulldog with the gameness and dash of the terrier. Such crosses became popular, especially among miners and industrial laborers in the Staffordshire area of England. At one time, they were called half and halves, although to obtain the desired traits, the mix needed more terrier than bulldog. In this same era, people from England, Scotland, and Ireland immigrated to the United States and brought their dogs along. Once in the States, bull and terrier crosses proved invaluable to pioneers. They were especially important on farms, where they guarded children and the homestead, controlled vermin, and assisted in rounding up stock. For these jobs, larger dogs were preferred, so farmers bred to increase the size of the bull and terrier crosses. Eventually, a true native emerged, the American Staffordshire Terrier. The most famous American Staffordshire Terrier is Pete the Pup, the canine star of the phenomenon popular R gang comedies in the 1930s. So anyway, we got a dog, came over with some immigrants, some mixes, bulldog and terrier mixes, eventually continually bred until what we know today is the American Staffordshire Terrier, which, what is it, the common phrase is a pit bull, right?
Yep.
Pit bull terrier. So,
Pity.
Originally used on farms to guard children, guard the homestead, controlled vermin like mice, rats, that kind of thing, assisted in rounding up stock. So a lot of things this dog was used for. Unfortunately, also, back in the day when dog fighting was actually a sport, these types of breeds were used in that sport. So of course, dog fighting nowadays would be illegal. Mm-hmm. It'd be underground, but people are still trying to breed versions of this breed for that specific purpose, unfortunately. And so you will have trickles of that coming out, right? You see a lot of videos. A lot of people are fearful of pit bull terriers. A lot of people, they got videos of these dogs going crazy, like some of our trainer Reacts even. We've got React videos of these dogs, attacking someone on the street or something like that, but also a wide variety of other breeds are doing that. So what I'm trying to get to is that this breed, unfortunately, has a bad reputation,
right,
but not accurate. I've trained so many pit bull terriers where super friendly, right? Super good family dog, great with kids, great with people, great with other animals. But I've also seen the opposite side of the spectrum where you've got some that are reactive, some that have a higher prey drive, those types of things. And that's just the distinction among the full bloodline of this dog, where it was used for so many different purposes, while we have so many variations today, right? Oh, yeah. But unfortunately, they get the bad rap. Like, I've talked to people, they're like, I'm terrified of pit bulls. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
There's
just like you could have a pit bull bite you, it could be a golden retriever that bites you. Right?
Yep. I think the one of the reasons is like you don't get your Chihuahua bites don't get reported, right? All these other little breeds that don't do damage, but you can. And I'm not just looping with the pitties, but a lot of the breeds we've talked about, the Cane Corso, the Borbell.
Well, the bigger, the more powerful the bite.
These powerful, strong dogs that have capability. Exactly.
Right.
It has the same. They can have some of the same issues that any other dog can have, but when they go to that place of potentially doing damage, it's usually pretty major damage, and that's what's going to make your news headlines. And what do you see every time it's a dog attack? Oh, it's a pity, and then people starting to mislabel as well. They're using pity when it's not really a pity; it's some other kind of dog or whatever.
Right.
So it is unfortunate that they have that stigma, because I think there's far more good pitties out there that are just loving, caring, good family friendly, good with kids, all that kind of stuff. Far more of those than there are dogs that are attacking people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the way that this breed was designed, they've got good bite pressure. So, if whatever they're biting, if it's a rat, a mouse, whatever they are doing, originally bull and bear baiting, so they've got that pressure, so it does hurt more than a Chihuahua.
Sure.
Same goes for a Cane Corso or a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler, all these different types of dogs.
Right.
But yeah, great breed overall. We've trained lots of pitties.
Yeah.
Great dogs. Ben's got a couple pitties.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of pitty mixes among the people that Ben's got nice pitties.
Nice pitties.
If you go to our Canine Revolution apparel store on Amazon, you'll see a shirt on there that says nice pitties.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's got 2 pitties.
It's got 2 pitties like on your chest.
Yeah.
Right? On your chest. 2 pitties on your chest.
Yeah.
Right? But those are Ben's pitties.
Right.
Those are Ben's pitties. Yeah.
Ben's got nice pitties.
Ben's pitties are on the shirt. Yeah. Right? So you should get that shirt. Just check it out. Canine
nice
Revolution
pitties.
apparel.
Sure,
So anyway, great dog, right? See him all the time. Also, you know how like the shelters have lots of dogs. There's lots of dogs up for adoption. Most dogs have some kind of pitty mixed in with them.
Right.
Most of these mixed breeds.
Yeah.
Right? And probably from just obviously overbreeding. Probably
sure.
started back in the day. The dogs are wandering around, mating with each other as time goes on. A lot of these dog fighting underground areas are getting shut down. Those dogs are getting out. Those dogs are getting loose.
Yeah.
And it just cascades from there.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
it honestly makes it really hard sometimes to truly identify what you're dealing with. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you see that bully head.
Right.
And there's all these variations of the breed. You got the American bully, right?
Right.
These XXL bullies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're all like different breeds, but it makes it confusing.
Right.
It's like people are like, it's a pity. It's like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then there's some hardcore pity people. They might come at us for just this video. That's not a pit bull. So it gets you get some.
Well, the other one is the Staffordshire Terrier.
Mm-hmm.
The bull side.
Right.
They're kind of like
Yeah,
one of those things. But the other thing that's prominent in our area down in the south is hounds.
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of hounds and you got a lot of pitties
Then you got some hound pitties.
that are loose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just living out there. They're breeding. Now you got the hound pitty mix that ends up in the shelter. So that's where it all gets super confusing, right?
Yeah.
Then you got other things out there wandering around. You never
Mhm.
know. So anyway, moving on. We got the Bull Terrier. The Bull Terrier, as a recognized breed, dates back to the 1830s, but it has earlier origins in the Bull and Terrier crosses of the early 19th century. So some of the same foundation of the American Staffordshire Terrier. Bred originally to have a then fashionable pure white coat, the breed earned the nickname the White Cavalier. Colored Bull Terriers came into fashion in the 20th century. So you've got, originally the breed was for a pure white coat. Now they've got different variations to the coat. They got the brindle and the white, they got the tan and all that. But the Bull Terrier, if you're listening, is the dog that has the egg-shaped head, right? It used to be the Target dog, like the Target mascot, right?
Did they change it?
They don't run ads with the dog anymore, as far as I know. As a breed, the Bull Terrier is always evolving. Head shape has changed radically even in the past 20 years. In recent years, the egg-shaped head of the Bull Terrier is frequently seen in advertising for everything from beer to department stores. The most famous of modern Bull Terriers is Rufus, world champion. All right, so I guess he won one of the dog shows in 2006. And then he became a therapy dog after he did all that. Rufus. A Bull Terrier should exhibit great strength and depth through the body. He should present a square outline in the typical Varminy expression, which is as much of a hallmark of the breed as the egg-shaped head. The desire for a well-balanced animal, not extreme in any aspect, active and agile. The perfect athlete. People often ask what the dog should weigh. There is no size or weight in the standard. An average female weighs approximately 50 to 65 pounds. The average male weighing in at approximately 65 to 80 pounds. The Bull Terrier was developed for sport as well as to be a gentleman's companion or a lady's companion. We've trained some Bull Terriers that single ladies, they had these Bull Terriers and they were ready to protect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From the trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good specimen had to be athletic, possessing great strength and agility, as well as courage. But he is never the aggressor in a fight, What do you think about that, Chris?
I would never say never. Let's never say never on any of these dogs in a book.
Chris has tussled with a couple bull terriers before.
I've tussled with a lot of different dogs, all dogs of all breeds. But yeah, I've had some aggressive bull terriers.
Well, they have the standard bull terrier, which is like what we just talked about. They also have a miniature bull terrier, which is just a smaller version of the bull terrier.
Yeah.
Very cool dogs, but super strong, right? This dog a little bit unique because it wasn't bred specifically for like farm work or anything like that. It was bred to be a sport dog and a companion dog, right? So very interesting, very unique as far as the breeding goes. But we know that it came from the root stock of the bull and terriers mixes, which also became the American Staffordshire Terrier, right? So the American Staffordshire Terrier and the bull terrier kind of came from that root stock of bull and terrier mix that they were breeding, right? So this dog could obviously work as well. It could do a lot of the same things as the American Staffordshire Terrier, like working on the farm, you know, getting after varmints on the farm, you know, that type of thing, working with the family, right? Those kind of things. Could definitely be a guardian dog based on the genetic root stock of it. But powerful, strong, very unique looking with the egg-shaped head. Right, eyes are placed mostly frontal on the face instead of towards the side, so very cool dog. But we've trained a bunch of bull terriers, and they do tend, at least the ones that we've worked with, do tend to have some type of reactivity or some type of response to something happening around them, whether that be something that makes them a little bit nervous. They generally don't have a flight response; they have a fight response.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When they get into that stressful situation, they want to fight.
Right. Yeah. Default.
Right, Chris?
Yeah.
Right, Chris?
Oh, can confirm. 100%.
Yeah, Chris was handling one time, and it got him pretty good.
Yeah, right in the crotch.
Yeah. But that's part of being a dog trainer,
That's it.
right? But great dogs.
Cool afterwards.
Great dogs, yeah. I mean, that dog specifically that Chris tussled with, you know, a single lady had that dog. He's since passed away, unfortunately. But I remember working with her in the apartment, no problem.
Yeah.
Walking through the apartment complex, no problem. You know, so that dog definitely learned how to be social, how to operate, those kind of things. So
yeah. And we're definitely not saying to not get a bull terrier,
right?
Because they're like, oh, they're all aggressive. We're not saying that.
That's not what we're saying.
That's
at
just
all.
You definitely got to get some training. Definitely important to get some training, so that some of those tendencies don't come out.
Well, the thing is, with any dog, any breed,
Right.
if you can train it from the get-go, you already set your foundation the right way.
Yeah.
A lot of these dogs that we've worked with, unfortunately, we don't get them when they're puppies. We get them when they're 5, 6, 7 years old.
And they're causing issues.
They've already caused a bunch of issues. They've already had a long history of problems for whatever reason. They have that habitual behavior. Now we have to rehabilitate that, right? So that is something that happens when you're a dog trainer. But that's why we try to tell everybody, hey, get involved in training early, right? Get started with training early. We've put out a bunch of content ourselves. Try to get this stuff down early because it saves you later, right?
Yeah.
Saves you headache later. So good to go, good breed. All right, coming up next, we got the Norwich Terrier with Chris. These are intimidating.
I like these. The breed known today as the Norwich Terrier originated in the late 19th century in East Anglia, a predominantly rural region of England compassing in the town of Norwich in Norfolk County. The Norwich Terrier, including both prick and drop ears, was recognized as an official breed in England in 1932. Relatively new breed. Bred to bolt foxes. Ooh, I didn't know that. We might need to get a couple of these things around here. And kill rats in the barns in Cambridge University dorms. Norwich were above all working terriers, but were also prized for their sociable temperament. They should remain compact. Ooh, I like a good compact dog now.
Oh, we know.
Compact and sturdy with a hard double coat that is nearly weatherproof. Norwich are inquisitive and energetic.
Definitely.
They should be in fit condition for the day's activities. You know, that tells me potential trouble on your hands right there.
Well, have you gotten to the size of the dog yet?
Compact.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin trained 3 of these. They're
Did
like,
he?
Yorkie size. They're like Yorkie
they're
size.
tiny. They're compact. They're compact. But they're inquisitive and energetic.
Yeah.
So they got some energy. Not necessarily couch potato dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Norwich thrive on human attention. Puppies must be properly socialized to develop the outgoing, amiable personality characteristic of the breed. Norwich also require considerable exercise. Because of their innate hunting instincts, they must be walked on lead or be let out only in secure fenced yards. or you just get some good off-leash training from Canine Revolution Dog Training.
That's right.
Lifespan 13 to 16 years. So they're
He's a
going
small
to
dog.
be around for a while.
Small dog, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good dogs. I forgot about those dogs that Kevin did.
Yeah, Kevin trained 3 of them. They're about the size of a Yorkie.
Yeah.
About that size. And
They look similar to it.
they're small, right?
Yeah.
They're super small. Kevin's walking. He's a big guy. He's got these 3 little dogs hanging out with him. He could pick them all up and hold them in one arm, you know?
See, he drew a lot of attention when we were out in the town. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Good
good
dogs.
little dogs, for
Oh, yeah.
sure. Good for mice catching.
Yep.
Good for fox catching, apparently.
Running the foxes
I did not
off.
know that about
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
We might need to get a pack of those.
Oh, yeah.
Get a
Oh, if
couple.
you had a pack of them
Yeah.
running around, they'd be having so
Yeah.
much fun, dude.
Yeah.
They'd be
Oh,
having
yeah.
so much fun. Good on a homestead. That's what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah.
All right, we're throwing in a special one here, the Manchester Terrier. You know the Manchester Terrier?
I don't know.
Well, the Manchester
Gotta see some
Terrier
pictures.
origins can be traced back to the Old English Black and Tan Terrier, a breed that was mentioned in the 1570 manuscript of Dr. Canis, which is the first written account of dogs in England. Manchester Terrier.
Yeah, we know why you threw this one in. Have you seen the picture yet?
That's neat. Okay, so early in the 1800s, poor sanitation policies in English cities resulted in the emergence of hordes of rats and other vermin, creating a great menace to public health. So, like a lot of these terrier breeds, you know, a lot of them originated in England, and a lot of them were for rats and varmints. And that must be because there was such a problem in the cities, you know. So you got
combat the plague.
You got these terriers like the Norwich Terrier, which is a smaller terrier. The Manchester's a little bit bigger. The Manchester Terrier looks like a small Doberman, if you didn't know.
Yeah, we know.
So, you know, the Norwich Terrier would be perfect for dropping, letting that thing go crazy. It can get into the rat hole.
Into the sewers.
Exactly. As the need to control these pests ensued, rat-killing contests became one of the most popular sports of the day. Dogs were...
I want to know what's the parameters there. What's a rat killing competition look like? Like whatever the dog brings back the most rats,
Well,
you
have
win.
you seen those videos on YouTube of the? There's like some, I don't know if it's not a dog trainer, but it's like a guy that has a bunch of terriers. He's hired to come out to farms, and he'll
just
literally
cuts them loose.
He'll open the barn door, let the dogs loose, and there's rats running everywhere, and these dogs are
Oh yeah, I
going
did see
like
that
crazy.
video. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
crazy.
So that's what all these dogs are doing.
Yeah.
And those dogs in those videos are having a great ass
They're
time.
loving life.
Oh yeah.
They're probably sleeping good that night. Like, yeah, I got 18
So
rats.
that's the modern day rat killing contest. Let him into a barn.
Yeah, that guy
How many
wins.
can you get?
That's the winner, right there. That guy.
Okay, so dogs are placed in a public pit filled with rats. The dog who killed the most rats in a given time was declared the winner. That's how it played out.
Oh, good. I'm glad they explained. I was genuinely curious.
But they had to catch the rats to put it in the pit.
Yeah. So the problem was solved. Now,
Right.
now they're just bored human beings. Like, okay, well, what else can we do with these rats? We caught them. The dogs probably caught them, right? Now we're like, well, let's just see how many they can kill.
A star in the sport named Billy, a dog with decided Manchester Terrier characteristics, was reported to have killed as many as 100 rats in 12 minutes.
Dang! This dude's getting after it. Just bam, bam, bam. Head bites. Just headshot. Headshot after headshot.
If PETA hears this podcast,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
going to freak out.
They're going to cancel us. Hey, these dogs got to do something.
Yeah, I mean, they were bred for work, you know?
Yeah.
His feats in the rat pit gave impetus to the game and consequently to the breeding of a swifter moving rat terriers, which we'll get to here in a minute. All right, so in the United States, the first Manchester Terrier was registered in the AKC 1887. In 1923, the Manchester Terrier Club of America was recognized, and they continued to move through America from there. As dogs designed for the difficult job of dispatching vermin, Manchester Terriers needed compact, muscular bodies combined with strength and agility. With the infusion of the larger standard dogs into the breeding programs, the toys, okay, so they had a smaller version, but then they bred them up. The toys in the United States have evolved into smaller versions of the standards, sporting the same substance and elegance. All right, so Manchesters love to play and have boundless energy. They are excellent with older children and the perfect friend for those who lead an active life. So they're excellent with older children.
Right.
I guess with
It
younger
was
children.
interesting they specified older children.
As a new owner, you must be ready for a busy pup rather than a cuddly couch potato. Manchesters are first-rated hunters given the opportunity, generously offering their owners their kill. So they like to kill. They like to bring it back.
They
like
bring that squirrel back into the house. Hey, look what I got for you, mama.
They like to be warm, requiring a cozy bed and an extra blanket.
Now, you know what that means. We got a snuggler. Now we're talking. I'm going to get me one of these and then a wiener dog. Now that's a warm bed right there.
Add a basset in there, then you're real comfortable.
Yeah.
Bathing from wet to dry can be accomplished in a matter of minutes. Shedding is minimal. Be prepared to have your Manchester around for a long time. 17 to 18 years.
Dang.
Not unusual.
Dang.
That's crazy. Yeah, so their size. The toy variety does not exceed 12 pounds. The standard variety is between 12 and 22 pounds. So very interesting. So it's basically a small Doberman.
This will be Chad's retirement dog.
This might be my next dog. I mean, look at it. It looks like a Doberman.
I mean, yeah, it is.
It's just a compact one. I could go anywhere with this dog.
Yeah.
I can have my whole bed to myself.
And you won't have a problem with rats. No, I don't know. These little dogs have a way of still hogging the bed. So
they crowd you out of your area. Holy cow. So that's the Manchester Terrier. All right, moving on. We got the Rat Terrier, an American breed. Okay, this is born and bred America.
Made in the USA, baby.
An American breed. The Rat Terrier was created in the 19th century by immigrants who crossed old-time Fox Terriers and other English Terriers, including the Old English White Terrier. That name keeps coming up. Like the English White Terrier is in a lot of these breeds, including the Old English White Terrier, Manchester Terrier. There it is, and the Bull Terrier. So we got basically a terrier that is a smaller size of all these other terriers.
Basically, that's about as America as you get. You take a little bit of everything and make it the best. You know what I'm saying?
The breed was later crossed with Smooth Fox Terrier, Beagle. Oh, here we go.
We got
Toy Fox Terrier, Whippet, and Italian Greyhound.
Nice.
And others. The result was a versatile, smooth-coated, muscular, small to medium-sized terrier with speed, agility, keen intelligence, and an inherent need for human contact. I like how they bring that up, human contact, because the pit bulls, for example, are another breed that needs that human contact. A lot of these terriers are bred to work with the human.
Mm-hmm.
Although originally bred as efficient, intuitive hunters of small vermin on farms and ranches, Rat Terriers have proven themselves to be versatile, multi-purpose breed with a playful, happy-go-lucky attitude. So, good to go, right? Using to controlled vermin, and came up with a number of other jobs that these terriers were used for. I will say these are smaller. All right, so I'm going to pull the numbers here for you. They're about 10 to 13 inches tall for the miniature, the standard one, over 13 inches up to 18 inches at height. Okay, they're not giving me a good weight here, but I'm going to say less than 20 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, these are generally smaller dogs. You could easily pick them up, and they're ready to get after it, honestly. These dogs need work.
It does say that it's one of the calmest of the terrier breeds.
Really?
But they're still high energy.
Really?
So.
Here's the weight, 10 to 25 pounds.
There you go.
10 to 25 pounds. That's what you're looking at.
There you go.
But they have like a pity-style head, so they got that pressure. They got a good bite pressure with them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They're usually black and white. They're like white with some black spots on them. Smooth, short coat. Look for a puppy with an active and alert temperament, not shy and fearful. That goes for any dog breed, not just the Rat Terrier. One who is inquisitive and will come to you. Ask to see the parents if possible, or at least the dam. So they're going through some things you should look for when you're selecting a puppy. This doesn't matter if it's a Rat Terrier or any breed.
Mm-hmm.
You want to look at the parents. You want to look for a confident puppy, right? If you get a shy puppy, not necessarily the end of the world. You just got some work to do, right? Even if you don't have a shy puppy, you got work to do. Either way.
Well, also, let's say on the other side of the spectrum, you get a confident puppy. You got some work to do.
You got work. That's what I'm saying. You got work to do.
You got work to do
either way. You got work to do. Whether you live on a farm or in a condo, Rat Terriers are adaptable to almost any lifestyle as long as they have human companionship. And I'm going to add into there daily physical mental stimulation, daily physical mental exercise. So human companionship, physical exercise, mental exercise.
Dude, I've seen some terriers destroy houses.
Oh yeah,
these little dogs.
Well, we got Marvin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he destroyed houses.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, they can do some damage.
I mean, they were bred to get after it.
Right.
You know,
you keep
they
them
might
all
be
cooped
little.
up.
People think they got like this little 15-pound dog. He's so
Right.
cute. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You got a potential tornado.
A
on
lot
your
of
hands.
lot of elderly people get these terriers
Oh,
too.
yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Find out the hard way.
Yeah.
All right. They are intelligent, usually sensitive, intuitive, anxious to please, and determined. They thrive on praise. They make excellent house dogs and be crate trained, but they don't do well in kennels, consistently tied up outside. So that applies to any dog, right?
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of this is just across the board. But anyway, Rat Terrier, I like him.
Yeah.
Good dog, good compact dog, good to go. Moving on, we got the Staffordshire Bull Terrier. So this is going to be like another one of those dogs that's similar to that pit bull, which the pit bull is it's not technically the American Staffordshire Terrier. It's like a cross of terriers. But the pit bull looks like an American Staffordshire Terrier. It might look like a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. You're going to have somewhat of a cross or a mix of those two.
That's where it gets confused. It gets kind of confusing.
Right. Chris, you want to go through this one?
Sure. In England during the late 1700s, bull baiting declined in popularity and the sport of dogfighting experienced a surge of interest. To develop a dog who combined both strength and agility, sportsmen crossed the bulldog with the smooth-coated terriers of the day. This sounds very familiar to what we just went through with the Americans. 1835, English Parliament passed the Humane Act outlawing dogfighting. So that's kind of interesting when they outlawed it, 1835. I feel like it kind of, well, it's probably in America. It went on a little bit longer than that. The character of the breed prototype, tenacity, courage, trustworthiness, intelligence, and loyalty, particularly around children, would become legendary and made it clear that the bull and terrier dogs were excellent companions. In America, late 1960s, a small group formed the Staffordshire Bull Terrier Club of America and quickly organized enough stock through breeding and importing to gain recognition. Looks like 1975 they were brought into AKC. The Staffordshire Bull Terrier, a.k.a. the Stafford, was a dog built purposely to be a pocket-sized Hercules. As the breed moved into the cities, it was necessary that it be downsized to accommodate its surroundings. Larger breeds were kept on farms and estates, whereas the Stafford was usually homed in more modest accommodations. This might be your apartment dog, you know.
Well, they're jacked.
Yeah.
They're jacked.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at the pictures in the book,
Yeah.
the shoulders on these guys.
Dude, look at the chest, too.
Shoulders.
I like it.
Like they're jacked. They look like dog body.
They're on the mulk. They're on the Jocko mulk
for sure.
He became the real big dog in a small package, compact and equally strong and agile. His characteristic boxy head with its appealing expression makes him popular with both men and women. He's a dog who learns fast and masters the art of outwitting his human counterparts. A little too smart. Because he is a terrier, he has high prey drive and will give chase to anything that runs, so caution is needed when off-leash. Dog parks are not recommended because, although they generally will not start scraps, they will not tolerate perceived aggression from other dogs. They might not start it, but they're going to finish it. That's what they're saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But dog parks overall, not a good idea.
Yeah.
Nice dog. I like this dog, you know? And I mean, I think it's, like I said, it gets confusing because here, especially down here, like these are all these breeds are intertwined and intermixed and everything like that. But good looking, yoked out dog.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, overall with the terriers, the theme here is, you know, obviously the American Staffordshire Terrier and the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, both similar in what they're doing. But a lot of the terriers were bred for helping out on farms, helping out on ranches, controlling vermin, those types of things. So that's generally what they were used for. But very agile, very powerful. Definitely need to make sure that you're satisfying their instinctual needs, and they typically are going to have more energy than dogs of other groups, right? They're not part of the working group, but they're working dogs, right? So that can be a little bit confusing sometimes, but they're ready to get after it, bottom line, right? So those are the main dogs of the terrier group that we were going to cover. You got your herding group dogs ready? Because we can jump to that section. So the herding group is going to have some dogs that you've heard of before that you might not think of as in the herding group. But like the German Shepherd, right? That's actually a dog from the herding group, not the working group. So we'll cover some of that here today. So the herding group, the first one we're going to get into is the Australian cattle dog. Everyone knows a good Aussie.
Mm-hmm.
When the great grazing lands of Australia opened to settlers during the 1800s, necessity drove ranchers to create a dog who could withstand the harsh conditions, work quietly, and have the ability to face stubborn, free-roaming cattle. Highland Collies were crossed to native dingoes with a flash of Dalmatian and Kelpie to aid in the development of the Australian cattle dog, the highly intelligent and biddable working dog we so treasure today. Early accounts credit American servicemen stationed in Australia for bringing the Australian cattle dog home with them after World War II. The early development of the Australian cattle dog emphasized their role as a working partner. Never assume that today's Australian cattle dogs are less capable than their brave ancestors. Every part of an Australian cattle dog represents strength, resistance to injury, and common sense construction. The breed is built for maximum exercise tolerance. Capable of independent thinking, the Australian cattle dog prefers an owner who appreciates his devotion to family and property. He requires a gentle and fair leader who has the time to form and maintain a strong relationship. So that's any dog, honestly, right? You need to be a fair leader to him. You don't need to be overbearing or anything like that. But these dogs are highly intelligent. Like they think differently.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think any of the dogs in this herding group, the word that comes to mind is intensity.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they like by no means, they're not in the working group, but they are working dogs. And like just when you see them in drive working, the level of intensity when they're focused on that task is pretty it's intense. It's
also
crazy.
they got to herd like cattle and livestock. So I mean that takes a lot of critical thinking. Because when that livestock deviates, the dog has to make a decision about how to work on that to get the livestock to go where it needs to go.
If you've ever truly seen some videos of this, it's really cool.
It's crazy.
Very impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy. A wise owner will rely on competent breeders for help in matching temperaments and abilities. The forward-thinking breeders of today will present puppies from thoroughly health-tested parents with a lifetime commitment to the new owners and the puppy. People who are active in mind and body will be happy with an Australian cattle dog. Whether it's being a co-conspirator on a trail ride, moving sheep, rounding up those bovine bunch quitters, training for a fun run, fly ball, obedience or herding trials, search and rescue, tracking, the answer is always yes. This highly inquisitive and resourceful dog needs physical and mental stimulation to be healthy and to avoid demanding behaviors.
Not for the idle.
Right. The all-weather coat has no odor or oily residue. It is smooth, consisting of a doubled coat with short, dense undercoat. The undercoat is shed biannually, and weekly brushing is required. Frequency of bathing and toenail care is necessitated by activity. So this dog's a pretty good-sized dog. You know, it's like a medium to large-sized dog. Highly intelligent, ready to do stuff, ready to get after it. So if you're an active person, this could definitely be a good breed for you. Very friendly overall, at least from what I've seen. All right, Chris, so we got the Belgian Malinois, which you might hear of in the, people might classify it as a working dog, but it's actually from the herding group.
It is a working dog.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely
a herding dog.
Mm-hmm.
Late 1800s, many European countries were working to develop animals that would have a national or regional identity. The Belgian Malinois is one of 4 types of Belgian shepherding dogs registered as Chien de Berger Belge. I don't know if I said that right. The others being the Groenendael Lacanois, which we've done one of those, and Tervuren. Breeders in each place focused on fixing coat types and colors. So Belgian Malinois, you're going to see more of this shorter coat.
And like a fluffier coat, because like the Lacanois has that wire.
Right, it's like a wire. Right. So they
were all bred for a different purpose.
Exactly.
Right.
Each of the Belgian coat types was originally named for the region around Brussels where it was developed. Thus, the short-haired Malinois is named for the municipality of Malines. These Belgian herders were highly respected for their trainability and utility to the farmers. The breed was officially recognized in 1891. In the 21st century, the breed has proved invaluable to national security, police departments, military. Cairo, a Belgian Malinois, a member of SEAL Team 6, played a critical role in the 2011 raid that took down the world's most notorious terrorist, Osama bin Laden. Malinois are well known for their intelligence, trainability, strength of character, and unwavering devotion. Malinois is historically a herding dog and protector of farm and family, qualities that make him equally important to his owners today. Prized for its versatility, the breed's greatest virtue may be its ability to adapt from a serious working dog to a gentle, devoted companion. Exercise and mental stimulation are essential for this active breed. Naturally inquisitive and attentive, Malinois have a strong desire to work and to please, but they also have a sense of humor. Malinois are great problem solvers and guardians of their home. Belgian Malinois may be reserved with strangers, but they are most affectionate with those that they know well. Good dog. Like I was talking about intensity. You want to talk about an intense breed. These guys got some intensity.
Well, because of the popularity of this dog, probably since that raid in 2011, obviously a lot of dog
there's
sports.
been countless movies made with them.
Exactly. So the popularity of the dog obviously has resulted in bad breeding.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a lot of Belgian Malinois, unfortunately, that are a result of bad breeding.
Yeah.
And so...
And that level of intensity stays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we've got a lot of insecurity, anxiety, these other issues coming in, and that intensity
reactivity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that can cause problems. And they don't know how to control themselves in these situations, so you got to teach them how to do that. But there's also a lot of great breeding going on with these dogs. These dogs are very active in a lot of dog sports today. You know, with their extremely high prey drive that's in their bloodline, they're very good at these types of sports. And their agility, their ability to move, and their stamina has actually made them like the number one dog that's working in police, law enforcement, dog sports, where the older generation of dogs, right, like the Rottweiler, the German Shepherd, dare I say it, the Doberman, right?
Dare you.
These dogs, the Belgian Malinois has taken the place of those dogs because of their workability, their utility, their ability to do so many different things at the same time.
And for they can
long
just go,
periods of time.
You know what I mean?
Right. That probably comes from their root stock as a herding dog, because as a herding dog, you're working, right? You're running. You have to be faster than the livestock. You have to be able to move around, you know, those types of things. So, everyone probably knows of this breed. They've probably seen it around, at least in videos or movies, if they haven't seen one in person. Living with one can be a challenge, right? Because when you're talking about the level of energy that this dog brings, I mean, you've got to have structure in place. This dog is going to be pushing the limit. You know, it's one of those dogs where you could work it. It's going to recharge faster than you. Yeah. You know?
Well, that's where, like, physical and mental stimulation. You see what I'm saying? Like, that physical exercise is not enough. So, like, you think you're going to get one of these and just throw the ball with it, let it run around, and I'll just let it do zoomies and run out its energy. That's going to do nothing. Like, you will not outwork this dog. Yeah. You've got to have the mental. You've got to teach this dog to lay down, stay put, and sit there for a little bit and learn how to be bored and mentally stimulate itself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. But the thing about this dog, too, is they come in a variety of sizes. I've seen smaller ones. I've seen bigger ones. Their coats are generally like a tan coat with some dark markings on it, but I've seen black ones, too. So, very unique. All right, moving on. We got the Border Collie. Everyone knows a good Border Collie.
Oh, yeah. We've done a couple of these.
In the border country between Scotland and England, the Border Collie was invaluable to shepherds by allowing them to maintain larger flocks of sheep. The breed we know of it today has been around for more than 100 years. The workaholic of the dog world, the Border Collie is the world's most celebrated sheep herder, prized for its intelligence, extraordinary instinct, and working ability. The breed controls stock with stalking movements and an intense gaze known as eye.
That's true.
You ever seen a Border Collie? They got like a fluffy coat, usually black and white, usually. Hyper intelligent. And they definitely have that eye. They definitely want to herd things. They want to stalk things. They want to point at things, that type of thing. But their intelligence is just insane. But very energetic. Lots of energy. So that daily mental, physical exercise with any dog in this group, or any dog in general, but the herding group, all these dogs are bred to work, to herd things, to move things, to be active. So when you have this type of dog, like Chris said, simply throwing the ball is not going to be enough. right? And you shouldn't even be doing that every day. That's how you're going to get some injuries going. You've really got to focus on your mental exercise for this dog to live smoothly with your family.
Probably some, would you say, probably more grooming involved than...
Oh, yeah, you got to brush it out.
They can get mats and stuff.
Brush
They're
it
a little
out.
bit
They
longer
can get mats,
coat.
that kind with the longer coat. Yeah, that's one of those things. The high drive breed this high drive breed is extremely energetic and requires exercise beyond just a walk around the block or a romp in the yard. Border Collies are highly trainable and will strive to do the bidding of their people. They thrive when they have a job to do and space to run. So, yeah, I mean, this breed in general, they're ready to do stuff. Yeah. They're ready to get after it. You can do a lot of different things with this dog. You can do dog sports with this dog. You can be very active with this dog. The Border Collie excels in herding, obedience, agility trials. They're also competitive in fly ball, tracking, and conformation. So, a wide range of things you can do with this dog. Very cool dog, though. We trained a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So, good to go. All right, moving on, we got the German Shepherd. Everyone knows a good old German Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
Searching for a versatile working dog who is able to adapt to many different situations, environments, and tasks. The founders of the German Shepherd dog in Germany around the turn of the 20th century. They combined breeding stock from several areas. The two men formed the breed the world knows today as the German Shepherd dog. Originally developed to herd sheep, which he will still do to this day. His character and temperament uniquely adapt the German Shepherd to many other roles as a working partner and loving companion for his owner. For humankind, the breed serves in many capacities, including as seeing eye dogs, hearing and assistance dogs, search and rescue workers, police and military service dogs, and therapy dogs. At Ground Zero on September 11th, 2001, many German Shepherds served as search and rescue dogs, recovering the remains of those who lost their lives. So, utility dog can do a lot of different things. You know, many years ago, this dog was the primary dog used by law enforcement, military, all those types of groups before the Belgian Malinois became more well-known. But you'll still see a lot of German Shepherds today in working capacities. Obviously, it's a favorite for a lot of people as far as a pet dog.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people have pet German Shepherds, great dogs. They like them. A lot of farms have German Shepherds. You know, they like that security, deterrent aspect as well. So capable of a lot of things. But unfortunately, a lot of bad breeding with the German Shepherd.
A lot. I'd say more so than the Malinois. You see this very popular.
Probably because it was more popular before the Malinois. Now the Malinois is kind of following in the tracks. But yeah, there's so many German Shepherds that have high levels of insecurity, high levels of shyness, high levels of stress, right? Because of the bad breeding, right? Then you have a wide range of sizes for the German Shepherd too. You'll have some smaller ones, you'll have giant ones, everything in between.
I believe, too, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we talked about this like with the Golden Retrievers. There seems to be two main lines also with this where there's more of like a working type versus a show type.
Yeah.
So you can see definitely. Like the curved backs, kind of lower hips seem to be more show style, more straight backs tends to be more working, which definitely plays a factor if you're looking at like, hey, I want a family dog. You know what you're getting. I've definitely seen people that have, it's like, you got a working dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got a working line Shepherd here. They're just wanting to chill out.
Oh, yeah.
Other side, too, which, I mean, the show line ones will get after it, but I've seen more active people that had a dog that maybe couldn't keep up or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So kind of know the difference there.
The unfortunate thing is there's just so many bad breedings. And people, they're like, oh, I found this one for $500. That's a red flag already.
Yeah.
You know, then you got insecurity issues and those.
Yeah.
You got to work through those, right?
But not even just bad breeding, too. It's like people have these accidental litters or backyard. Oh, hey, who wants a puppy? You go to Craigslist, like, oh, I got it from a neighbor. Yeah. And, like, how many times you hear it like they got a deal, like they got a deal on a car or something, you know what I mean? I got this dog $200. I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah, right.
Not a good thing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing, especially with this breed.
Yeah.
But you get you a good German Shepherd, I mean, that's a good dog right there.
For sure.
The breed's anatomy is functional in that it is designed to do what its originators intended, work. Proper anatomy allows for proper movement and function. The German Shepherd is a trotting breed that can herd sheep all day, scale a fence with little effort, search a building and apprehend a criminal without endangering his officer with proper training.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, in my cop days, we had a couple cops get bit in the ass.
Patiently guide a blind person through a maze of automobiles and heavy traffic, play ball with a child, and sleep next to his owner when he or she feels terribly, knowing he is needed without being told. The breed in motion is breathtaking, exhilarating power and strength with grace and beauty. The dog seems to expend so little effort to cover so much ground and can do this seamlessly forever. So I like how they say a trotting dog, right? The German Shepherd is a trotting breed, so this dog was meant to constantly move at a moderate pace the majority of the day, moving the sheep around, right? So that's what you're getting with a German Shepherd, a dog that's going to need to move, a dog that's going to need to do things. So, and with its utility, you could come up with a bunch of different mental exercises for this dog. You could play sports with this dog, have a good time with the dog. But trained lots of German Shepherds.
Yeah.
Great dogs, right?
They got a good, if you're like looking in the protection world, they got a good, as a deterrent, good bark. They got a nice bark versus like your Malinois got sometimes like that higher pitched bark. They got a nice deep protective bark that can scare some people off. So if you're looking for that,
you are going to have to brush them. You know, they're not like a Doberman with short fur. You ain't got to brush.
You're going
to have to brush a German Shepherd for sure.
You're going to need a Roomba.
You're going to have hair everywhere.
Everywhere.
That's for sure. So, good to go on that. Any other thoughts on German Shepherd?
Good dogs.
All right, I think that's the last one we're going to cover in the herding group.
Nice.
You know, Corgis are in the herding group, actually.
Are they really?
Yeah. Corgi?
Do we need to do one on the fly right here?
The only one that I see, hang on, let me find. Okay, there's so many different types of Corgis, if you didn't know. Did you know there's multiple types of Corgis?
No, I'm not a Corgi connoisseur. I mean, I like a good Corgi, though.
Yeah, I think they got two here in the book. They've got the Welsh Corgi, and then they've got there's a Carnigan Welsh Corgi, and there's a Pembroke Welsh Corgi. So I don't know which one the actual Corgi comes from. Let me look at the pictures real quick. Oh,
They're both in herding?
Okay, so the Pembroke Welsh Corgi looks more like a Corgi to me. The Carnigan Welsh Corgi, I mean, they both look like Corgis. I mean, they're both Corgis. The Corgi, so the Carnigan Welsh Corgi is the Corgi with the tail. So they've got a longer tail. Early Carnigans were all-purpose farm dogs and valued family members. Their primary job was to drive the family's cattle to a common grazing land and keep the neighboring farmers' cattle away. They also guarded the children and aided in flushing out game. So Corgis, cattle dogs. Forget the sheep. They're taking on the cows. The Pembroke Welsh Corgi, which is the other Corgi, these were used by Vikings and Scandinavian seafarers, combined with the indigenous small herding dogs of the Teckle type, believed to have arrived in Wales with the Celtic invasion. Okay, so that's kind of their background. They were used by Vikings.
These dudes are they're on the ships. They're on the boats getting, rowing. Skull! Yeah.
With their normal-sized body and short, sturdy legs, the Corgi is classified as a dwarf breed. When the small Welsh cattle, so there were smaller cattle, were grazing in common unfenced pastures, the nimble Corgis hoarded them to the choicest spots and chased away competition. The Vikings are using these dogs. The Corgis are from the Vikings.
Yeah.
Their double coat repelled dirt and self-cleaned enough for duties at the hearth. You know what that means? At the hearth. Ain't that the fire?
Yeah.
Ain't that the Viking?
Here's what I'm picturing, right?
Yeah.
You got a Viking, big jacked berserker.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
He just got done pillaging.
Oh yeah, he was covered in blood.
Covered in blood. He comes back to the hearth
to feast.
He's got his horn full of ale.
Oh yeah.
He's got a Corgi right here. And he's just petting it. Good. Chugging his ale.
He's got a big beard. His Corgi's licking his beard from all the meat that's hanging in his beard.
Good Corgi.
I mean, you look at the Corgi, you can definitely see it hanging out with some Vikings.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. This
dog,
is probably what makes them soft, Makes them a little softer, gentler.
The dogs were built low enough to dodge kicks from the cows.
Nice.
As they nipped the cows' flying heels. Perk ears channeled sounds of vermin they sought to dispatch. So, the Corgi got those big ears, they can hear the mice or whatever, they're hitting them. Oh, you know what? That's a big thing for the Vikings too, because the Vikings, you know how they had their cities basically at the water.
Right.
You know, there's going to be a lot of mice, a lot of rats. So they had the Corgis.
Yep.
The Corgis could handle their cattle. The Corgis could handle their varmint problem, and the Corgis could handle the hearth.
Hang out at the hearth.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. With legs extending, their fluid gait eased long trips as they drove flocks of geese to market. I mean, these dogs are doing a shit ton of stuff.
I mean, geese ain't an easy creature to herd. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, a goose will fight your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you got little Viking. They probably had like the horn helmets for the Corgis, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I just made it up
the
in my head,
Corgis have the ears.
Yeah.
So that's how the Vikings, they designed their helmets after their Corgis.
Now
They're like, we must have our horns.
Now we're just making up history at this point.
It's true, though. While most Pembroke Corgi tails are docked, there has always been a strong gene for the natural bob. The practice of docking was originally intended to identify dogs as working animals and thereby avoid attacks, and later to ensure uniformity in the breed. In countries that today ban docking, breeders have retrieved the gene for the natural bob, which is a naturally short tail. So anyway, that's the Corgi, right? We talked about the two types of Corgis, but the Pembroke Welsh Corgi is probably your common stock of most Corgis we know of today. But no joke, the Vikings.
Viking dog right there.
This is a Viking dog.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Very workable. A lot going on with this dog.
We didn't see a lot in that show Vikings, so it must not be accurate.
No, it's accurate.
We should probably.
It's accurate.
No, I'm saying the show Vikings.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
they got it wrong. They
and
should
the
have more
actual show with Ragnar Lothbrok was made by the History Channel. So, History Channel, we gotta call them.
Yeah, we should probably let them.
We gotta call.
Hey, more Corgis, please.
So anyway, these the herding group dogs. There's a bunch in there that we didn't go through, but all working sheep, all working livestock. So, I mean, these dogs were bred to get after it. So, again, you get one of these dogs.
Know what you're getting into.
Right. Know what you're getting into. Don't think you're going to have a dog just sitting around the couch all day. So, most dogs in general ain't going to be doing that, right? But our next podcast, we're going to cover the last two groups, which is the toy group and the non-sporting group. And those are the dogs that are most likely going to be your couch potato dogs.
Nice.
Right? So if you're going to get a couch potato, if you want a couch potato dog, it's most likely going to be out of one of those two groups.
So you got to come back, tune in.
Yep. One more episode on the dog origins. Yeah. Right? One more episode. So before we wrap up today, though, we're going to talk about some of our affiliates. And our first one is Canine Revolution Dog Training. Right? So you guys know if you need some support, you let us know. It's going to be info@caninerevolutiondogtraining.com or the phone number 843-213-2676, and we'll be happy to help you guys. If you're a dog trainer and you need coaching or assistance, you can reach out to us. We can coordinate with you virtually if you're at a distance from us and help coach you to help coach your clients so you can work through whatever you're working through. We've had some dog trainers reaching out recently. You know, maybe they're dealing with a blind dog. Maybe they've got a special scenario with the client they need some assistance with. We're more than happy to help out with those things. Also, if you're a dog owner, doesn't matter where you are, we can support you. We've got dogs coming in from Virginia right now. We've got dogs coming in from Texas and other places around the country. So reach out to us. We're more than happy to assist you. We are located in the Charleston, South Carolina area, but we're supporting dogs from all over the country. Again, the email info@caninerevolutiondogtraining.com. You'll speak with one of our expert trainers. We'll be happy to help you out. We also offer virtual lessons. So if you don't want to do the travel to get to us or traveling us to you, we can do virtual lessons with you to get you to where you want to be. With that being said, our next affiliate, We Feed Raw. So I got another call last night. Another dog with DCM enlarged heart, and it's like a mutt, you know, so that's just telling me. Kibble.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, we talked to Dr. Timmerman, right? Veterinarian. He's been talking about this for a while, but he's saying kibble, vaccinations, medications, those are hurting our dogs long term. So as time goes on, it seems more and more prevalent that cancer is becoming more prevalent, especially this DCM with the dogs getting heart attacks and enlarged organs, enlarged hearts. It's got it to me, you know, the kibble is the number one thing because we don't really know what all they're putting in there.
Yeah.
Even if you were to get a higher quality kibble, there's still things getting into that kibble, like we talked about with Dr. Timmerman, like when they euthanize dogs, that medication they use for euthanization, they're using those dogs that died. Those dogs are ending up in our kibble with the medication still in them, so that's impacting our dogs. This is why dogs that are getting older are now having these problems, because it's just taking this much time to affect them. So in my head, the best way to work around that is to optimize your dog's diet, which would be with We Feed Raw or some other kind of raw company. Or you could do something like Dr. Timmerman's DIY dog food, where you make it at home yourself in the crock pot, adding in sardines, those types of things. And obviously this stuff does cost more money. So if you're not able to do that from a budgetary standpoint, at least you could do something, right? You could add, like Dr. Timmerman said, add in sardines to your dog's kibble if that's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
You can go to WeFeedRaw.com. You can sign up for a meal plan. You can put the percentage of raw that you can feed. So if you can feed 25% raw, 75% kibble, at least you're heading in the right direction. You're getting your dog nutrients that it needs. So if you go to WeFeedRaw.com, discount code is Canine Revolution, all caps. That'll get you 25% off the meal plan, and try it out. See how you like it. See how your dog likes it. Guarantee you will see some differences.
Yeah.
Like I know my dogs are looking younger. My dogs are performing better, right? So I'm trying to kind of work against what I've done to them for years by feeding them kibble, unfortunately, highly processed, but definitely makes a difference. And they love it too, so good to go with that.
Using it on my puppy. He's leaning out.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
getting jacked.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking good. Coat, nice.
You'll get jacked.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get jacked on it.
Especially when you work them.
Oh, yeah.
You work them and you give them that good nutrition. Dude.
You work them, give them the good nutrition, give them the We Feed Raw, jacked.
Yeah.
No factor.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that's We Feed Raw. Check them out. You can also click the link below. We've also got our next affiliate, which is Canine Super Supplements. So let's say, you're struggling to get some optimal food into your dog's diet, like raw food or sardines or anything like that. You can get the Canine Super Supplements, and that's going to help you get in the right direction as well. They've got basically raw food generally in a powdered form. They've got the puppy formula, the multivitamin formula, the joint support. All these have a lot of things that raw food's going to have in them, like bone broth, goat milk, organ meat, muscle meat in a powdered form for your dog. You put a couple scoops of that into your dog's kibble, add some water. Now your dog has some extra benefit from that. So definitely check out Canine Super Supplements. Discount code is going to be Canine Revolution as well for 15% off. And again, adding that into your dog's food, it's going to get your dog in a healthier state of mind. You're starting to get to that optimal situation with your dog's nutrition. Now, me personally, I've got a couple dogs, so some of my dogs are on the 100% raw. Some of my dogs are not for budgetary concerns. But I'm giving them the Canine Super Supplements if they can't be on the 100% raw, to try and optimize them as best I can and try to work against the things that are hurting them, right? So definitely see a difference with that as well. So good to go. If you're going to get anything, you get that joint support, because that's going to have stuff that your other foods won't have in it. Put a couple scoops of that in your dog's food. Now you're good to go.
Oh, yeah.
And we got our next affiliate, Jocko Fuel. Jocko Fuel. So quick story. All right.
Ben knows. Ben already knows.
Quick story. So I went to my doctor recently.
Here we go.
And my doctor's like, hey, looking at my blood work, right? They're like, hey, we need to increase your omega-3 fats, EHA or EPA DHA, which if you don't know what that is, it basically helps you with your heart health and your brain health, okay?
Okay.
So they're like, hey, we need to increase your EPA DHA omega-3 fats. They gave me this list of supplements, that can help you do that, in addition to eating salmon twice a week, which, I'll eat it. I'm not a big fish guy, but I'll eat the salmon because I need it, because it's good for you. Danny, he's a big fish guy.
I like.
So he's like, salmon.
I love salmon.
You love salmon?
Yeah, just not in a can.
See,
that's a different story.
See, I get the salmon, I cook it in the air fryer, I drizzle honey on it to basically make it taste good to me.
I mean, that's still good.
You see what I'm saying? And honey's good for you, so at least I'm getting it in.
Yeah.
But they're like, all right, we need to increase your EPA DHA. They gave me this list of supplements. I'm like, all right. So I started doing my research. I'm going to research it.
Of course.
Starting to do my research, looking into all these options that I have. I'm like, you know what? Jocko Fuel, they came out with that fish oil. So let me go look at that. right? So I go look at that. It superseded all the other supplements that were on that list.
Were you surprised though?
I wasn't surprised.
Okay. Yeah,
I was like, holy shit, I should have known, you know? So I'm looking, the EPA's higher, the DHA's higher. I'm like, hell yeah, boom, good to go.
Nice.
Discount code Canine Revolution, get my discount. Already got it on deck, already implementing it in my daily routines.
Now we just need to get him on the doctor's list of that that pamphlet they hand out.
Oh, trust me.
You know what I'm saying? Put that right at the top.
Trust me, I'll be working on that, and I'll give the discount code.
Throw
like,
it
hey,
in there.
you got the code, you got the better supplement, now you're good to go.
Chad's just lingering in the waiting area of the. Hey, don't take that pamphlet. Here. Check this out.
So anyway, Jocko, the bottom line is Jocko Fuel's got you covered, right? And you could technically add that into your dog's food too.
Yeah.
Because your dog needs it too, right?
Yeah.
So you could add in your dog's bowl, We Feed Raw, Canine Super Supplement, Jocko Fuel, fish oil. Boom.
Nice.
Now you're good.
Nice.
Now the difference between fish oil and krill oil, because I found this out recently, because Jocko Fuel has the krill oil, which I've always been on the krill oil, right? Then you got the fish oil.
What is krill? What is krill?
Krill's like a shrimp.
Oh, okay.
So the difference between krill oil and fish oil, krill is a higher quality, and it gets into your blood-brain barrier more efficiently than fish oil does. However, krill oil does not have enough EPA DHA in it. So you'd have to take like 10 times the krill oil to the fish oil in order to get to the EPA DHA that you need. You see what I'm saying?
So do you still do both or just fish oil?
Well, I have
krill?
I have krill oil still, so I'm taking that in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm doing fish oil at nighttime. So that's my routine right now, but I'm probably going to fade out the krill oil just to reduce, budgetary concerns.
Right.
But I got the discount code, so if I wanted to stay on the krill oil
could.
and the fish
You
oil,
could.
I could if I
You
wanted
could.
to, right? Discount code Canine Revolution for 10% off. But the other thing, too, is that milk. You need that milk every day.
Dude.
You need a minimum of 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight a day.
Dude.
So, Chris, what are you weighing in at right now?
This morning I was 176.
So you need 176 grams of protein
minimum
per day, minimum. Which means you might need that milk to help.
Right now I'm double scooping. In the morning I'm double scooping.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just I need a little extra help, I'm struggling to get my protein. So I'm
no
double
struggle
scooping.
with the milk.
And then at nighttime, I'm getting that cookies and cream, that Oreo milk.
That's your dessert.
That's my dessert. So I'm technically triple scooping per day.
I mean, 176 grams of protein is a lot of protein.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to get some assistance getting you to that mark.
Yeah.
That's what the milk's for.
Right.
But they got the ready to drink milk, which comes ready to drink. You just take it out the box, you drink it, boom.
Yeah.
That's what my wife drinks, chocolate.
I was doing the sweet cream coffee for a while, so that was my breakfast milk. So I was getting that 30 grams of protein.
Were you mixing that with your coffee, or were you just drinking it
No, that was my
straight?
coffee.
Oh,
that was my coffee.
Yeah.
It's got 100 grams of caffeine
in it. Yeah,
You're
it's
good
got
to
a
go.
cup of coffee in it.
That's a cup of coffee.
It's a cup of coffee with protein in a jar.
Right. And I don't have to, I didn't have time. I got to make my protein. I got to make a coffee. I got to work out.
So
cut the coffee out.
Yeah.
Get your sweet cream milk. Boom, coffee and protein slammed right there. Let's go work out.
Combined, faster, more efficient.
Boom.
Now you can sleep in an extra 10 minutes.
And it's delicious.
And it's good.
It was so good.
And it's good for you.
Yeah.
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 But they got the ready-to-drink milk. They got the powder milk, which is just your traditional protein powder.
Yeah.
And it's freaking good.
Oh, yeah.
Ben got some peanut butter chocolate yesterday.
Good.
He got the hookup.
Nice.
But yeah, they got the protein, they got the fish oil, they got the energy drinks, which, speaking of energy drinks, I'm telling you what, those China drinks, not good for you.
Dude.
Monster, not good. What's that one? Celsius, not good.
Nah.
Not good to go. Jocko Go, good to go.
Yeah.
Good for you. It gets you going. All right? So
just
anyway,
enough, though. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not overboard.
It doesn't make you want to, flip a car over.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
It also doesn't make your heart go out the roof.
Right.
This is heart health right here.
Yep.
Brain
health, heart health.
Exactly.
Makes you think better.
And if you're sick, you drink one of these. It gives you vitamins.
Instantly.
It gives you electrolytes.
Yeah.
It helps you fight that. You know how when you're sick, you're fighting it, like you're fatigued.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, fatigue gone.
Yeah. When I had
you
COVID,
faster.
I drank one of these, and then COVID was gone.
The next
right
day.
after I finished the can.
Well, also, if you're sick, you can add in the Cold War.
That's.
You add in the Cold War. Now you're real good.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got a cruise coming up.
Yeah.
You probably want to take Cold War with you.
I'd stack it on deck.
Yeah. Take
twice
it a week
day.
before you go.
Yep.
Take it while you're there. A week after. Now you're good.
Yeah. Don't get sick. No factor.
Because I went on a cruise recently, and my wife's part of this Facebook group of the cruise people, which is crazy how they do that.
Yeah.
But people after the cruise, oh, we got sick, we did this, we did that. Me, no factor.
Many people
I'm taking
get sick
Cold
after
War
cruises. You're confined like sardines in this little ship.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Thousands of people.
Oh yeah.
People are coughing. People are drunk, throwing up. You know, all the
You're
germs.
going to the buffet on the cruise ship.
You're soaking in
touching your shit.
soaking in hot tubs with 40 other people.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, you're getting sick.
Bodily fluids are in the hot tubs.
Definitely, especially if you're there later at nighttime.
Right.
But you take that Cold War.
Now you're good to go.
Now you don't catch any weird things.
Now you're good to go.
You can stay in the
You
hot
can stay
tub
in the hot tub.
and eat your buffet meal. You
Right.
have your buffet meal. You get in the hot tub.
You're not concerned at all.
Not concerned.
Not concerned
No
at all.
factor.
But Jocko Fuel literally has you covered.
Everything.
Literally has you covered. And they're coming out with new products all the time.
Yeah.
They just came out
Yeah.
with the burner. Have you seen that?
Fat burner.
Yeah.
I got it on the way.
You got it?
It's
yeah,
on the way.
the burner.
I'm in a cut, so let's go.
Well, the thing is, when you're in a fat loss phase, like calorie wise, you start getting hungry. And so what happens
Can
is
confirm.
you take that burner, it curbs your appetite,
Right.
Because you know what curbs your appetite is caffeine.
Yeah.
So that's a tactic to try and fight the cravings.
Right.
Like let's say you eat your breakfast, you eat your lunch. After lunch, you start getting cravings, right? Take that burner, boom. Now cravings gone, holds you off to your next meal, plus increases your body's operation. So you're starting to burn some.
It's like
some
discipline
fat.
in a pill. It
Right.
gives you take it. It gives you discipline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't give you weakness.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Plus you add in some Jocko white tea. I mean, they got everything.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Just check it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Go to jockofuel.com. Scroll through the stuff there. It's all good for you. It's all going to help you. Discount code Canine Revolution, 10% off. Good to go. No factor. Last but not least, Canine Revolution apparel. We talked today about some pitties. We got the nice pitties shirt on Canine Revolution apparel with Ben's pitties, his personal dogs. They're on there.
Yeah.
One on each chest,
Yeah.
each side of your chest, right?
I wear the shirt.
It's a good shirt.
It's a good shirt.
Oh, yeah. It's a good shirt. I wear that to the gym sometimes. I wear it to family gatherings.
People love it.
Sometimes.
People love
I wear it out in town. People love it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They want to they want to like touch the pitties. I'm like, no,
Right.
no touching.
Right.
No
Is
touching
it
the
the
pitties.
that they want to touch? Or?
Yeah, it's the pitties.
Okay.
It's the pitties.
Just
So
making sure.
anyway, check that out. Canine Revolution apparel on Amazon, or you can go down to the link below and click that. Also, rain jackets. Also, winter is coming. Believe it or not, in a couple months, winter will be here. So you want to be ready with your beanie,
Hoodie.
with your hoodie, with your good to go shit. So good to go. All right. So check that out. All right. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. If you even listened this far, you know they start hearing us talk about
Like,
this.
here they go.
They're like, all right, we're tuning out. You know.
Yeah. They're like, I'll listen to all that, but then when you guys get to Jocko, I'm out.
Well, Erin
Go a
did
little
say
crazy.
her favorite part is the affiliates.
Yeah.
She loves listening to the affiliates.
Yeah.
She's like,
it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She's
for
not
some,
here.
For some, it is.
This
I can
one's
see
for
how
Erin.
most people probably are like, all right, let's wait till the next episode.
They get through the content, they start talking crazy. They're like, all right, we're turning this
Yeah.
shit off. But anyway, check it out, guys. Let us know what you need. We get comments all the time. Hey, we need help with this, help with that. We try to put out content on our YouTube channel to help you. So if you need assistance, if you need to see something dog training related, or you need a podcast on a specific topic, we got one more dog origin podcast coming up. Then we got more dog training topics coming up. We've got people asking about dog aggression. We've got people asking about dog redirecting after a fight, something like that. So we're going to be talking about that in upcoming podcasts. But let us know what you need to hear. Let us know what you need support on. We'll be putting together content based on your requests. So please let us know. Leave us a comment on YouTube. Leave us a comment on Instagram. We're paying attention to those. If you're commenting on Facebook, we probably won't see it. There's too many comments, too much going on. But anyway, check it out, guys. Thanks for your support. And until next time, this is Canine Revolution Dog Training, Pack Talk Podcast.